welcome to Gentle Yoga for Travel. So whether you've been traveling on planes, trains, automobiles, boats, spaceships, or even time travel, this class is for you. So let's go ahead and get started in child's pose. Big toes together, knees open out wide. Just allow the hips to settle back towards the heels as you relax the forehead all the way down onto a block or even all the way down onto your yoga mat. Feel free to close the eyes as you begin to drop in for these next 30 minutes or so that we have together to center yourself, to also ground and stabilize your energy. So we know from yogic medicine, from Ayurveda, that when we travel, it throws off the dosha of vata, and vata is connected to the elements of air and ether. When we're traveling, we're moving, sometimes it's stressful, it's chaotic, there's a lot going on. So this practice has been especially designed to help ground and to balance out that vata dosha, the element of air. So the opposite of air in yogic medicine is earth. Feel the earth below you there to ground you, to hold you, to support you. Begin to move the breath evenly in and out through the nose, samavriti, even wave breath. A lot of times also when we travel, we don't really breathe that properly and that deeply. The breath can often be shallow and choppy and erratic, especially if we're around a lot of other people, around a lot of crowds. We don't tend to breathe in a way that's conducive to being relaxed and calm. So enjoy this opportunity now to really be able to breathe fully, pulling the breath all the way down into the belly, the hips, the lower back, and allowing the exhale to flow out of you, releasing any unwanted tension, stress. Feeling yourself finding harmony between your body, your mind, and your heart. Beautiful. From here, go ahead and crawl your way all the way up to kneeling. And if you have a block and you want to sit on top of that block, go ahead. You can prop that underneath the sit bones. Otherwise, just sitting back onto the heels. Arms extend out in front of you, palms flat on top of the knees. As we prepare to breathe, see if you can breathe with me. We'll start off by inhaling deeply through the nose. And then out the mouth, exhale, let it go. And then we'll begin. Inhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Out the nose, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause the breath there for 2, 1. And again, inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 2, 1. One more round. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 2, 1. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And then out the mouth, exhale, let it go. Close the mouth and come back to that even wave of breath. Beautiful. Go ahead and open up the eyes. Come to tabletop pose, all fours position. Stacking the shoulders right above the wrists. On the inhale, drop the belly, pull the heart forward and out. And then on the exhale, round the back as you curl the chin and the head in. And then on your own, just flow through a few more rounds of those. So a lot of times as well, when we're traveling, sitting in seats all day long for multiple hours, this creates a lot of compression in the spine and the vertebra between the spine. So now beginning to use this movement as a way to gently coax the spine to begin to limber, to loosen, to open up. Come back to a neutral spine, neutral table. Go ahead and lean into the left hand. Float the right arm up to the sky on the inhale, spread wide. And then on the exhale, thread the right arm underneath that left arm as you release all the way to your outer right shoulder. If you want, you can even slide the left hand forward towards the top of your yoga mat. Feeling that stretch to your right shoulder. And then if the hand is slid towards the top of the mat, bring that back in. And then go ahead and unthread that right arm. Reach it back up to the sky on the inhale. And then right hand down to the mat on the exhale. Good. Now left arm up on the inhale, spread wide. And then thread that left arm right underneath that right arm. Same thing, other side. Relax the outer left shoulder all the way down. Relax the left side of your face onto the floor. Remembering that we're here to really embrace this element of earth. If you want to slide the right hand forward towards the top of your yoga mat, go ahead. As we move throughout the whole entire web of our body, throughout all the joints, muscles, tendons, ligaments, but doing it in a gentle, compassionate, sensuous way. Just honoring that our bodies often feel tired and fatigued, especially if we're jet lagged. The body goes through so much stress from travel. So just unwinding the stress out of the mind and unwinding the tension out of the body. Bring the right hand back in. Unthread the left arm. Sweep it back up on the inhale. And then left hand down to the ground on the exhale. Good. Now from here, plank pose, upper push-up position. You can always modify this by dropping your knees onto the floor if you like. We're not here for too long though. Firm up the belly, take a good by inhale there. And then exhale, lower slowly all the way down onto the ground, right onto your belly. Release the tops of the feet, sphinx pose. Slide the elbows forward so those are right underneath the shoulders. Forearms parallel to each other, feet spread about the width of the hips. And then imagine you can pull your heart forward a little bit further. Maybe lift it up a little bit higher. Feel that broadening across the chest. And that breath and that gentle wave-like flow. Feel free to stay here. If you want, you can open the hands out. Seal pose. Press down into the hands. Almost like a soft upward facing dog. So a little bit of a deeper backward bend. And again, a lot of times when we're in plane seats or car seats for long periods of time, the back loses its good posture. And we begin to collapse through the spine, moving into an unhealthy forward bend. So this backward bend is to help to restore the natural curves within that spinal column. Take one last inhale there, chest nice and high. And then on the exhale, softly relax the elbows, the forearms down. And then bring the arms behind you, shalabhasana locust. So lift the chest, lift the legs, lift the arms. as you bring a little bit of that yang energy into the spine, strengthening the back, strengthening that center corridor of your body. Keep the chin slightly tucked down so your neck is beautifully long. Take one last inhale there, lift up a little bit higher. And then exhale, relax the hands next to the chest, release the feet. Tuck the toes underneath. Lift the kneecaps off the ground, take an inhale there. And then on the exhale, press up to plank, upper push up, press back. Downward facing dog. All right, so for this down dog, spread the feet out about the width of your yoga mat and bring the feet slightly forward. So it's a wider down dog. It's also a shorter down dog than normal. And this should make it feel much more gentle for you. Take those outer shoulders, wrap those back so you feel the broadening across the upper back, the shoulders. Spread wide through the fingers and enjoy the sensation of oxygenated blood being able to move and irrigate throughout all the different tissues and channels of the body. Circulation is one of the most important things after travel because there's a lot of stagnation that happens when we travel. So we want to move the blood through all the organs, the tissues, and the cells, and this should shorten the window of jet lag. Keep the feet as is. Crawl the hands in towards your feet. Bring the feet in about the width of the shoulders. Nice little wide stance there, but not as wide as your yoga mat. And then grab opposite elbows with your hands. Relax your head, your neck. And then allow the torso to gently sway side to side as you begin to unwind through the back side of the body, especially your hamstrings. Might even do a light little bounce up and down through the knees. You can bend the knees as much as you want to alleviate any excessive pressure in those hamstrings. Release the arms back down towards the mat. And then with a generous bend in the knees, begin to slowly roll yourself all the way up. Taking your time. As you come up to standing, lifting those shoulders up around the ears on the inhale. Relax back and down on the exhale. Ah, feels so good. Both hands to prayer position in front of your chest, in front of your heart. Close your eyes and again, come back to that connection to the earth beneath you, below you. Here you are, just steadying your energy. And also steadying your attention. So in addition to the mind syncing up to that element of earth, every other facet of you also becoming more grounded, centered, and steady as well. Blink the eyes open, circle the arms up above on an inhale. Forward fold on the exhale, melt down. Flat back on the inhale, pull the heart out. Forward fold, exhale, enjoy the stretch. Inhale, rise, sweep both arms up. And then exhale, both hands back to prayer position, right in front of your chest and your heart. Inhale, arms come back up above. Forward fold, exhale, half sun salutations. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale, surrender in. Inhale, rise and reach both arms up. And then exhale, bringing those hands back home, back to the heart. One more of those. Inhale, arms up, taking your time to flow. Exhale, forward fold. Flat back, inhale. Dive down, exhale. Inhale, rise and elevate. Exhale, both hands to prayer as you concentrate. Inhale, arms reach up. And then exhale, forward fold. You got it all the way down. Good. Hold there. Bring the hands around behind the lower back. Interlace the fingers. Draw the arms towards straight. Typically, one of the areas we collect the most amount of stress, tension is the upper back, the traps, the neck, the shoulders. From here, you're going to bend the left knee and rotate to the right on an inhale. Back to middle on the exhale. Other side, inhale, left chest peels open. Exhale, back to middle. Let's keep it going. Inhale, bend the left knee, rotate to the right. And exhale, back to center. Inhale, turn to the left. Exhale, back to middle. One more round. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, back to middle. Inhale, twist to the left. And then exhale, back to middle. Take a goodbye inhale there. And then exhale, relax the hands down to the ground. Crawl the hands forward, top of your yoga mat, downward facing dog. This time we'll take a more traditional down dog. Beautiful. Now right leg up on an inhale, nice and slow. And then exhale, right foot, top of the mat to a runner's lunge. And then with the hands down low, you're just gonna start to pulse up and down. So the idea is that back left thigh, that back left hip, just starting to waken up. So again, these are areas that get really, really stiff when we travel. So you're just pulsing up and down about 20 times or so. Just loosening up that back left hip flexor, and the breath can just stay steady in autopilot mode in the background. Good. Now check this out. Lean into the left hand, reach the right arm up to the sky on an inhale. And then bring your right elbow, right forearm to the inside of your right knee. Drop down on the exhale. And again, inhale, right arm up, spread. And then exhale, drop down inside of that right leg. Get into that right hip. 3 more. Inhale, open. And then exhale, drop into that front right hip. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one of these, inhale, spread wide, and then exhale inside that right leg. Good. Now from here, hold there on the inhale, and then right hand to the outside of the right leg is pull the hips back and draw the right leg towards straight. Let's pulse that. Inhale, bend the right knee, right arm inside the right leg, drop it to the right hip, and then exhale, pull the hips back. Fold in. You can always place 2 blocks underneath the hands if you want. Inhale, bend the right knee, right arm inside right leg, and then exhale, hips back. 2 more of these. Inhale, opening the hip, opening the back of the right leg. Exhale, dynamic stretch. One more time, inhale. And then exhale. Good. Now, martial arts stretch. So from here, you're going to shift your weight forward into your right foot, right leg. You're going to rotate the torso outward. Your front left leg straight. And you're balancing on your left heel with your left toes facing straight up. So you're leaning into that right leg. You're stretching that right heel, that right Achilles heel, and that right calf. Sometimes when we're traveling on airplanes and we're walking through terminals, taking tons and tons of steps, the heels and the calves take a little bit of a beating. So this is a great stretch to open up that whole right ankle, the right knee, right hip, in addition to your inner left leg, left thigh. Good. Now let's crawl to the back of our yoga mat, and we'll do those last couple moves on the other side. So come back to a runner's lunge, left hand outside the left foot. And then you're just going to pulse about 20 times, just a light little bounce up and down. And again, you're looking for that stretch to that upper right thigh, right hip flexor. Kind of loosening that area up. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Lean into the right hand, left arm up to the sky. Inhale. And then left arm down inside the left leg. On the exhale, drop into the left hip. Inhale, open and spread. Exhale, drop in. 3 more. Inhale, open. And exhale, lower. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now moving on. Inhale, hold there. And then exhale, left hand outside left foot. Draw the front leg towards straight. Inhale, bend the knee. Left arm comes down, inner left hip. And then exhale, draw the hips back. 3 more. Inhale with that flow breath. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, cycle 4. Exhale back for 1 more. Inhale, stretch. And exhale, lengthen. Good. Martial arts stretch. So now you're going to shift into that left foot, left leg. You're balancing on your right heel, right toes, straight up to the sky. Couple breaths there. Beautiful. Crawl forward to the top of your yoga mat. Come onto the back left toes, down dog, right foot, right leg, all the way back. Take a goodbye inhale there, hips to the sky. And then exhale, relax the knees to the mat. Stand up on top of your 2 knees. For a moment, bring your hands all the way up to your hips, to your waist. Tuck the toes underneath the feet. Place the right hand on top of the right heel. Take the left arm and reach it all the way up to the sky, coming into a backward bend. Remember, we're trying to restore the natural curves within the spine. So these backward bends are the perfect complement to the unhealthy forward flexion that we get within our spines. One last inhale there. And then exhale as you're ready. Same thing other side. So left hand, left heel. And then right arm reaches all the way up and back. Couple breaths there, finding your sweet spot of the pose. One more inhale. And then exhale, come all the way back up. Hands up to the ground in front of you. Crawl the knees forward about halfway up the mat. Cross the feet behind you and then release all the way down into the sit bones as you bring the soles of the feet together. Toes forward, heels in, knees open out. Grab those feet. Take an inhale, sit up nice and tall. Then on the exhale, begin to hinge over and down to your own degree. Feel free to bring that gaze inward inside. Couple of tips for you to help you as well, just kind of navigate this time of post-travel that's really good for balancing out that Vata dosha. Ginger tea is really, really good. It's nice and warm and soothing. As well, an oil massage, whether you go to a spa or you do it yourself, you can always get organic sesame oil right before your shower and just put the oil all over the body and then leave it there for a little while and then shower off. That's really good for the Vata. Come all the way back up. Extend the left leg forward, right foot high up to your inner left leg, left thigh. Take an inhale, reach those arms all the way up to the sky. And then on the exhale, fold all the way over and down. Head to knee pose as you fold just to your own degree. A couple other things that are really good for mitigating and decreasing the effects of jet lag is getting your feet, your bare feet, to the earth, to the ground, so that you really attune yourself to the magnetic energy of where you're at on the planet. To also get into a natural body of water, so if there's an ocean or a lake, a river you could submerge yourself into, could be really, really good as well. And although some of these things can sound a little bit of woo-woo, I know from personal experience that it really, really helps. Having traveled the world and really done a lot of yoga retreats with students as well, that we know that these tips can work. Come all the way back up. Switch to the other side. So right leg straight out in front of you. Bring the sole of your left foot high up to your inner right leg, right thigh. Inhale, reach those arms up. And then exhale, fold over and down. As far as diet goes, if you can get some warm soups or stews, stuff that's warm and nourishing, try and stay away from dry food, processed food. And that warm soup and stew will be really, really good for grounding out that vata dosha as well. Sweet potatoes, anything that's nice and earthy is really good for balancing out the vata. Of course, good rest, making sure that your immunity is strong. Sometimes the immunity gets compromised so that you don't get sick. Come all the way back up. Extend the left leg straight out in front of you. Let's go ahead and come all the way down onto our backs into reclining. Now, this next one is really important. So we're going to either bring a block underneath the lower back and do supported shoulder stand, or you can slide your yoga mat towards a wall and you would get close to the wall, put your legs up against the wall there for support, what we call legs up against the wall pose. Or what I'll be demonstrating is the block underneath the lower back and then lifting the legs up to the sky. Spread the arms out towards the sides, or even cactus the arms can be really nice with the palms up to the sky. So find the variation that feels right for you. Again, if you have a wall nearby, that can be really, really nice, because then your legs are totally supported. And then what we're doing in this particular posture is we're turning the body obviously upside down. If you've been seated a long time on an airplane or in a car, you know that sometimes the feet get swollen, especially if you're flying internationally. And that's why your feet have a hard time fitting into your shoes sometimes. Everything flows down to the lower extremities of the body, so now we're reversing that. So we'll be here a couple of minutes, just relaxing. Elevating the heart higher than the head, the brain also has a very calming effect. At any point it feels more restful to actually lower the feet down for supported bridge, feel free to take that as well as an option. Last minute or so here. wherever you are, just staying in that relaxed calm. We're gonna maneuver our way into a final shavasana. So if you're at a wall, just slide off the wall. If you have the block underneath you, remove that off to the side. And then just find that final restful position. And again, allowing the body to dissolve into the earth beneath you and below you. Last couple of minutes. Shavasana. Everybody nice and easily come back to the body, lightly moving the fingertips, toes. Bring the legs together side by side, reach the arms all the way up over your head towards the back, interlace the fingers, turn the palms inside out, stretch everything out. Reach the hands forward, grab the shins, draw the knees, thighs into the belly, and then a gentle rock and roll all the way up to a last, final, comfortable cross-legged seated position. Both hands to prayer right in front of the chest as we seal the practice by giving gratitude that wherever you traveled to, you did it, you made it, and you arrived safely. To give gratitude to your practice for bringing you back to center, back to a place of inner strength, poise, and equanimity. Much health, much wealth, much love to you. Namaste.